EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tua now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Parker. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Tua now on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points. But a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal at the 1.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Tua going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Ahmed diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick 6 last time out. 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession, as they've got it with a first down coming up. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups. Right? He's the guy out front, because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done, because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
From the gun, they'll try to run it, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Palardy now on the punt as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with the W.
And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for KC. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime, because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Palardy now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. To throw, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So we've come upon halftime here. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Edwards-Helaire. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On the right side, open is Gesicki.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of him.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 29, Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now back to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there for KC.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Runs over him. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row? You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Dolphin football. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Tua on fourth down. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this one is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Again, Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third and short, going with their tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Tua's throws taken in by Waddle.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami set to take over.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 36, Tua.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Tua to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Tua now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage.